I remember the first time I saw porn on TV, and I didn't totally understand what was going on, but it was one of those beautiful like cable accidents where I think we were like accidentally getting Playboy for a little while, and it was kind of fucked up. You could basically see what was going on, and I must have been like 8, or I mean I was young, and it was the scene of like 2 people fucking on the back of a Jeep in the middle of the desert. And I remember watching it and just being like, what are they doing? And feeling totally excited and turned on for the first time and being completely overwhelmed and confused by it. Because I was still like, I didn't get it. Like I didn't get like that these were people fucking and this is what they were doing. But it was really interesting to me because when I look back at that and think about it, like my little primal monkey brain was like at work being turned on by the people on the TV.
Stirring in the loins.
Yeah.
Do you remember the first time you kissed a boy? First time you kissed a girl?
Oh, yeah. First time I kissed a boy was 6th grade. Brad Heald, who I had a giant crush on, and we had sort of gone out for like a week, but then he dumped me for Emma, the Swedish exchange student. And I recently ran into him in New York. It was interesting. And he was having
What's he doing?
He is doing film work.
Cool.
He's doing film work. He showed up at a photo shoot over there. And he was throwing his birthday party, and it was at his house, and I was totally hung up on him, but he had sort of broken up with me, but I was still at his birthday party, and so was Emma, the Swedish exchange student. And the party was in the basement of his parents' house, and I went and hid in this sort of like medium-sized walk-in closet in the basement where there was like a whole bunch of winter clothes and skis, and I sort of like curled myself up into it like, oh my god, I'm such a depressed little ball in the corner, hoping that someone would come and find me, hopefully Brad. And Brad came and found me, and that was my first French kiss, was amongst the skiing poles and the ski boots of Brad Heald's closet in the 6th grade. And then we French kissed, had braces, and after we finished kissing he said, what kind of lip gloss are you wearing? It tastes really weird. Because, you know, 6th grade, obviously, like lip gloss, huge, bubblegum flavored, mint flavored lip gloss, obviously, like you figure that's going to be really big with the guys.
First time you kissed a girl?
Well, I remember like play kissing a girl, and it was Suzanne Bynes. We were like I think we were in like 1st grade, but that doesn't count. The first time I really sexy kissed a girl, probably, God, for real, like hardcore making out, I think it was when I was a senior in high school, and there was this beautiful girl I had a crush on. Her name was Leah, and we had a mutual friend, and she was one of those great sort of outsider, not really from the town, but sort of friends of friends, very beautiful, enigmatic, gorgeous girl. And however it was that I found out she was into girls. I think actually she told me. I think we were hanging out or taking a walk somewhere, and we were sitting on a hill, and she said something along the lines of like, you know, I don't just like boys, I like girls too. And I was like, oh my god. And that was beautiful. That was a beautiful romance. And then she disappeared at the end of the summer, never to return.
My first camera was a Brownie. It's a very old medium format camera that was one of the first most accessible cameras, and it was made in I can't remember the actual dates those cameras were made, but a very long time ago, and I was about 9 years old. I learned to print black and white when I was 12, and I've been shooting ever since. I was fascinated with the actual medium, which was film. Now I shoot mostly digital. But, you know, it's because I fell in love with the process, and after that it didn't really matter what the tool was. You know, you constantly arrive. There isn't any sort of you arrive and that's it. I think as a photographer you need to keep reinventing yourself, and you know, one project seems really massive and for that moment it's the biggest thing, thing, the next day you want to move on and it's the next thing. You know what, there's certain things that I think I've done that are momentous for me, but ultimately the most important things I've done are working for charities and where you actually make a difference and you help people. You know, that if you can use your trade to do good, then I'm all for it. That's the most important thing to me.